Denver, Colorado is home to America's largest airport called the Denver New World Airport. The airport was built by Freemasons in 1995 and features a Freemasonic dedication capstone in the atrium. A time capsule is buried underneath the stone to be opened in the year 2094. The New World Denver Airport has a swastika-shaped runway. There is reportedly a deep underground military base beneath the airport, with miles and miles of secret subterranean tunnels connected to a large network of underground cities. As passengers drive up to the main airport terminal, they are greeted by a sinister-looking 32-foot-high fiberglass blue stallion, with veins popping out of its body and demonic eyes that glow bright red. Not exactly a calming influence for travelers who are already spooked about getting on a plane. The sculpture is believed to symbolize the pale horse of the apocalypse mentioned in the Bible, whose name is Death. The sculptor, Luis Jimenez, was killed by the horse when a chunk of the sculpture broke loose and came crashing down on him. Locals call the horse Blucifer. Inside the airport, travelers hurry past grotesque gargoyles in suitcases that leer down at them, and morbid apocalyptic murals that line the airport walls at the main gate. 4 panels of giant-sized wall murals in the baggage claim area tell a terrifying and prophetic story in pictures of how humanity's future is going to unfold. The first mural reveals a horrific Darth Vader-like figure wearing a Nazi general uniform and a gas mask. The gas mask indicates that the next war will use depopulating biological or chemical agents. The white dove that he is killing symbolizes peace. On the right are destroyed buildings reminiscent of the Twin Towers. The Nazi general's scimitar sword has been swished through the air, leaving behind a rainbow chemtrail that poisons the air and ethnic population below it. On the left is an endless line of weeping women refugees holding dead babies. There is no trace whatsoever of violence to the dead children, who appear to have died from the deadly gas of the toxic rainbow. Why are there no men present? Presumably, they have all been killed. The Nazi general's scimitar sword that destroys peace is a symbol used by the Shriners, who are Freemasons. Freemasonry is a fraternity within a fraternity. Outwardly, it is a friendly charitable organization that conceals an inner brotherhood of the 33rd degree elect. The next airport mural shows a forest and a city in flames. The world's endangered animals and plants are extinct: buffaloes, whales, leopards, elephants, and sea turtles. The sickly haze and leaping flames suggest a nuclear or biochemical devastation. Children are the only survivors, and they are weeping over 3 open caskets of an African girl on the left, a native girl in the center, and a white Judeo-Christian girl on the right. They represent the death of the old black, red, and white root races to make way for the New World race. The dead white girl in the coffin holds a Bible and a yellow Judan star, which was used by the Nazis to identify Jews. It symbolizes the death of Judeo-Christian beliefs. Another child holds a Mayan tablet depicting the end of the Mayan calendar and the end of the world as we know it. In the third mural, the apocalyptic war has ended. Children of all nations are joyfully giving up their nation's sovereignty to the blonde-haired, blue-eyed German boy at the center. They are all turning over their weapons wrapped in their country's national flag to the German boy. The Bavarian jacket leaves no doubt whatsoever that the blonde-haired, blue-eyed boy is German. He symbolizes the Bavarian Illuminati. With an iron fist, the German boy destroys the weapons of war symbolized by the Nazi general's sword. The German boy uses a hammer, which symbolizes the hammer and sickle of communism. In the foreground, the Nazi general is dead. with doves of peace perched on his corpse. The German boy symbolizes a world leader and savior who brings peace through communism to a devastated world. Who is this boy that the world gives up their flags and weapons to? We know he is German, with blonde hair and blue eyes, like Prince William, who posed as a boy for this Papua New Guinea stamp. Prince William's father is the son of Prince Philip and Queen Elizabeth, whose surnames were changed to cover up their German identities. Prince William's mother, Diana, was allegedly the daughter of James Goldsmith, a German Jew. In the fourth mural, the earth is restored, including the endangered species, the land and water. This future world is populated not by adults, but by parentless children. What happened to the adults? The children are in a dance line that is led by the Scottish boy, who symbolizes Scottish Rite Freemasonry. Also, on the far left is an African woman carrying a snake banner. The parentless children of the world are celebrating the New World religion as they gather around and touch the light of Lucifer, who appears as a genetically engineered plant. The plant is a floral version of the colorful bird known as the Quetzalcoatl, or feathered serpent. It is symbolically inseparable from the morning star and Lucifer. The main theme of the Denver New World Airport murals is an apocalypse, with massive depopulation, extinction of species, the death of Judeo-Christian beliefs, and the birth of one world government, one world ruler, and one world religion.
Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. Today's the 12th of September 2018, and before I start this video on the Denver International Airport, I just wanted to remind people that the Richie from Boston YouTube, the website is up. It's the real RichieFromBoston.com, and also on this site is this right here. Now, a lot of people already use this stuff. A lot of people already know about this stuff, but check this out. I'm a pretty good sized dude, and I live on this, these, every day, as well as this. Now, if any of you guys know what Tiger Balm is, it stinks. It's incredibly potent. You usually have to order it from China or someplace to that effect. The only problem with it is it burns, and sometimes it can burn like a chemical burn. Well, on that website, I found this stuff right here. And it works amazingly. It's made with hemp. It works. I use it on my knees all the time. Like, for instance, we've got a storm coming in right now. So it's incredibly humid and gray skies, rainy, all that stuff. That kills my knee. Absolutely kills my knee. So for the people that are in the same boat, or you have a thyroid condition or any of that stuff, check out this site right here. And enough of you have met me to understand that if I didn't use it or if I didn't believe it, I wouldn't share it. The reason I go with natural hemp oil, this particular company, is because they're legit. There's science behind it. Not the same kind of science that's trying to tear the veil and bring demonic entities through, but these guys don't use GMO. There's no herbicides, and it's for real. It's legit. This stuff has helped people out with seizures, people with bad knees, people with a bad elbow, and thyroid. Do you know how many people have thyroid issues? Well, if you're breathing in chemicals from the atmosphere, probably a lot. And it's one of the number one things where they give you a synthetic hormone to regulate your thyroid. Well, what happens when everything goes to shit and you can't get it from the pharmacy anymore? Stock up on this and you'll be good to go. Or don't, at any rate. A couple of years ago, and then last year, I went out to Denver and met with ODD. And I went through the Denver International Airport, and I got tons of footage. And I'm going to show that to you right now. But the reason I even thought about this is the VigilantCitizen.com ran a story that says the Denver International Airport launches an ad campaign addressing the conspiracy theories surrounding it. And it's just funny to me that these guys are even making fun of this stuff the way that they are. This is the website. You may or may not have heard Den's got some secrets. Since the airport's opening in '95, there have been endless rumors and theories. Well, that's weird, right? The problem is when you fill the place with apocalyptic murals all over the place that show the entire world being destroyed and then everybody coming back and the children taking over and so forth and so on. That's probably what leads to it. You see what I'm saying? These guys act like there's absolutely no basis to the theories that surround this place whatsoever at all. The murals in here are never ending. They're all over the place. They're incredibly esoteric and occultic, and they literally show the earth being destroyed and reborn, like the Olympics and all the other large sporting events where they're constantly playing these things out right in front of people. Literally showing Lucifer rising, the end of humanity, people dying off, while it's all surrounded by all-seeing eyes, pyramids, and of course fire. You can't have the destruction of the world without fire. And now we all know that God promised to never flood the earth again, that the next time around it would be fire. These guys love this stuff, at any rate. The entire building is loaded with this stuff, everywhere. All sorts. I mean, most of this art doesn't really make too much sense to the profane as they walk by, I would imagine, and that's how it's designed. This is for them to pass secrets to each other, including the monarch butterfly, the eclipse, the pyramid with the all-seeing eye, and the endless doorways. This place is littered with stuff like this. Now, according to the Denver International Airport's website, here's the full scoop on they call it the Den's wildest rumors. The airport was built by the New World Order. Naturally, people think because there's a dedication marker and plaques around the airport claiming it was funded by the New World Airport Commission. Well, it's funny that the website would even say that, because it does say that in there. The website makes it sound like it's an absolute ludicrous claim, and yet here is the placard at the Denver International Airport, March 19th, 1994, New World Airport Commission. It's right there. And yet they make it sound like it's some crazy conspiracy theory that, people just make these things up. And here's another lovely painting that's in the building, which makes absolutely little to no sense at all, except there's fire and brimstone falling from the building, a couple of people standing there, and two of them are using rifles with scopes on them. That's just something that you naturally and normally see at an airport when you're getting ready to depart and go to the Bahamas, right? Nothing to see here, folks. Keep it moving. The entire structure of the place makes little to no sense. It's made out of Kevlar, the stuff they make bulletproof vests out of, and the entire place looks like a circus. And then there's Lucifer, just sitting out front. Now, part of this statue fell on the guy that created it and killed him, and yet they still put it right out in front of the airport. The people that live around there call it Lucifer. It's large. It has an enormous penis for whatever reason. It's covered in veins. It has glowing red eyes. But again, no big deal. Nothing to see here. That's pretty ridiculous on its own. But then think about this. Having a giant, demonic, glowing-eyed, penis-having, vein-bulging, monstrous horse out front isn't enough, right? Well, it isn't, because they had to bring the god of death, Anubis, out to stand right next to it, which is totally natural, because Denver and Egypt, I mean, come on, man. That's a natural, correct? It's just a conspiracy. Their debunking website goes on to say the airport contains the Illuminati headquarters. Remember those plaques? Well, there's one placed over a time capsule that also has a Masonic square and compass symbol, and the inscription that gives the time capsule's contents to the people of Colorado in 2094. These guys just keep laughing and laughing and laughing, but again, when you add everything up, what do you get? 33. They're even saying it right there. You know what I mean? It's unbelievable. And they've got a whole campaign where there's, you know, the new Area 52, what's happening behind the wall. The thing is they're putting these up, and they probably are doing these things because they understand that people don't care. They just don't care. There's another thing that I noticed while I was there, that the building is